Gina from HauntedFlower.com and HauntedFlowerReviews.com, and today I am reviewing X-Men First Class. X-Men was a pretty good movie. X2 was a pretty great movie that had me so freaking excited for the third one. And then X3, The Last Stand, was not so good. The story was rewritten in a weird way. Actors clashing affected the plot and the writing and whose part was bigger than whose, and it was really frustrating. Then came around Wolverine Origins, which you would think would be awesome because it's Wolverine, and then it suffered from retelling his origin story in a way that was completely contradicting the other movies, and it just was not good. I mean, so much of it was bad. So what did X-Men and X2 have in common that X3 and Wolverine Origins did not have? 2 words: Bryan Singer. We're in luck, folks, because Bryan Singer was part of the story for X-Men First Class. X-Men First Class is billed as being about the relationship between the young Charles and the young Erik before they both become Professor X and Magneto and later archenemies. The time period is the 60s, and the problem is the Cuban Missile Crisis, but we do get to see how these 2 boys come from 2 very different sides of the track. The beauty of it is, this is the world that X-Men and X2 came from, and not X3 or Wolverine Origins. We go back to the mansion. You get to see young Erik at the concentration camp again. That scene that moved me so much the first time I saw it is in this movie and continues from there. What I love about this movie is seeing the origins and the development of the relationships. What I wish could have been done just a little bit better would be the character development. I kind of miss the swagger that these characters have later on. I miss the confidence that Professor X and Magneto have. I miss the confidence that Mystique has, who is another amazing character in the series. But here, played by Jennifer Lawrence, she's so unsure of herself and such a girl, and she's worried about her appearance the entire movie, and that bummed me out because she can be so cool, and I just didn't feel like she was that cool. Charles is played by James McAvoy, and he proves that the professor, before he became the professor, could have some party days back at the university, but he's also really naive and a bit arrogant about his opinions of what humans and mutants, their future together, could be like. And Erik is played by Michael Fassbender, whom I don't mind looking at. His version of Magneto, while it is written that way, is so emotional. And it requires so much effort on his part to use his powers. I mean, obviously, this is the early stages of his development, but I'm used to the guy with a lot of class and swagger. Professor X and Magneto, by far, 2 of my favorite X-Men characters, and I really enjoyed them, but I wish we could have seen more. I would have liked the whole movie, basically, to be about them, and that would have been fine. But as they find necessary, they throw in other characters, some of which are okay, and some of which are just really hella lame. I really enjoyed meeting young Hank, who is Beast. He's played by that boy from About a Boy, and I can't believe how much older that kid is now. He's so tall. I loved his character struggle, this whole Jekyll and Hyde thing. I wish his transformation into the Beast could have been a little cooler, because he comes off a little bit like a furry Muppet. Overall, I really like this movie and would recommend it. I don't think it's as amazing as X2 by any means, but it might be closer on par with the first X-Men movie. My complaints about it are pretty minor, but they're from the point of view of a person who really likes the X-Men series and grew up with the cartoons. So when the Phoenix plot got kind of screwed up in X3, I was hella disappointed. I hope you've enjoyed my Wind Machine review of X-Men First Class, and that you will go see it this weekend, because I love X-Men, and this one ain't bad at all. It's pretty good. Not amazing. I wish it could have been a little bit better, but it's pretty darn good, and it's definitely worth seeing in the theater. This is a popcorn movie. You want to see it on the big screen. Michael Fassbender's kind of hot. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!
For more reviews and to find out about free contest giveaways, go to HauntedFlowerReviews.com. My reviews are also available as a podcast on iTunes. Search for Haunted Flower Reviews and subscribe and leave us feedback and comments. Our store is HauntedFlower.com, where we specialize in fantastic artistic licensed apparel from movies, TV shows, video games, anime, and more. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/hauntedflower and Twitter at haunted_flower.
If you're local to the Indianapolis area, visit indiemojo.com for details on how you can